Hello, friends. There is an opinion that all living creatures on the planet must help each other for one simple reason. Firstly, not to be lonely, and secondly, to survive. After all, as we know, in order to get something, it is necessary to give something in return. And basically, this is a principle of all creation. It is hard to say whether this is true or not, but it seems that some animals have long ago successfully figured this out. After all, how else can you describe what happened in Texas when a woman named Sarah discovered a seemingly terrible find? It all started when Sarah Allison went one summer to help with chores at her parents' home in Texas, and as she made her rounds of the grounds, she was horrified to discover something surprising. So when she stopped to check on the chickens inside the chicken coop, Sarah saw a strange guest who was not only comfortably nestled under the regular resident of the place, but was showing with all his appearance that he was a regular here. Anyway, curled up under the chicken was a snake of enormous size. It is not enough to say that Allison was shocked and frightened, but what surprised her most was the chicken's behavior. After all, it was behaving perfectly calmly. Apparently, the snake didn't bother her at all, Allison added. Moreover, the hen settled down in the middle of the nest, and the snake, without disturbing her, carefully laid down on the perimeter. She admitted that she had no idea what was going on there, whether the hen came and sat on the snake, or whether the snake slid under the hen and the hen decided not to move. But whatever the case, something was undoubtedly urgently needed to be done. She called her parents with horror and told them of her discovery, but what she heard from them surprised her. As it turned out, this was not the first time reptiles had appeared in the coop, and it certainly wasn't the first time she had been found lying under one of the birds. What's more, what surprised Sarah a lot, a wild rat snake is well known to Allison's parents. And it has not just found a home there, but plays a vital role in maintaining peace and order near the coop. The snake lives in a wrecked car that stands outside the coop, and from time to time it appears to eat one of the freshly laid eggs. But what's interesting, neither the parents nor even the chickens seem to mind. After all, in return, the snake drives away potential predators that can harm the birds. When other predators or uninvited guests get into the coop, nothing is left behind. They completely exterminate all of its inhabitants and eat all of the eggs. And that's why Allison's father calls the snake his friend. It never tried to hurt the chickens, the hens, and definitely people, Sarah's father said. We're even happy to have it on our land because it controls rodents and protects its territory from other, more dangerous uninvited guests. So, for example, if a snake likes the territory of your house, it won't allow other like-minded inhabitants to live there, unless, of course, it will be a stronger and more dangerous predator. But even if it happens, the disappearance of the rat snake will be a sign that there is someone else in the yard. The rat snake is a species of snake in the family Alciformes that live in North America. The total length of adults ranges from 1.2 to 2.6 meters. Their body is slender, strong, and covered with keeled scales. The head is lance-shaped and dilated at the back. It is a type of oviparous snakes whose females lay from 12 to 20 eggs, and the young are born after 70 days. The rat snake prefers broad-leaved forests, shrubbery, clearings, and wastelands, and that's why it ended up in the backyard of a family from Texas. Most importantly, the rat snake is non-poisonous and perfectly safe for humans. And this particular female was also delicate, because whenever she sees people, she just crawls into her house. As the woman added, as long as the snake doesn't harm the hens, it should not only be tolerated, but also protected. And so, following the hen's example, Sarah decided to leave the snake alone. And when she looked into the henhouse sometime later, she found that it had crawled away. But all of this still doesn't explain why that evening the snake decided to crawl under the chicken. Although for a cold-blooded creature, this might have been the perfect place to hide from the cold, so it just decided to keep warm. Well, the chicken, in turn, having never seen anything like that, began to accept the snake as something ordinary. Without even knowing it, it made a strange and, most importantly, mutually beneficial friendship with it. In general, nature is an amazing thing, when seemingly quite different living organisms can not only coexist together, but moreover, be useful to each other. In this case, such friendship is certainly beneficial to everyone. The human beings have got a guard in the form of a snake, the chickens are protected from predators, and the snake gets shelter and food. What can be better? Friends, what is your attitude to snakes, and how would you act if you were a person in such a situation? Be sure to write your opinion in the comments. Well, that's all for today. Rate the video if you liked it, and see you soon. Bye!